Thank goodness I didn't film this, because then you can see how bad I am on this tractor I'm about to review. Hey folks, how's it going? I'm going to do a little review of something that we were loaned. We were loaned a Massey Furgeson subcompact tractor for a couple days. The people who keep the RV here were like, hey, we'll bring the tractor, we'll buy some stone, you finish it off. They already knew I wanted to increase the size of the driveway, because A, we keep it here for them. It's part of our agreement. Melody and the girl, Lydia, and my boys will camp with them, and they pay for the site. We just keep it parked here because it's cheaper and easier on gas, especially when it's only 15-20 minutes away. But what we have here is the Massey GC1705. Yeah. Let me flip this around. The GC1705 by Massey. Of course, it's under the conglomerate of Aggo, or however you say it. It came out in 2013. It was right around 11 grand, bare bones. There is a 60-inch deck for this. It is not on it, of course, because we have the loader bucket and the backhoe. The backhoe is a CB65, and the front loader is a DL95 with, I don't know what bucket, but it's not super huge, but not super bad, and it's got some pretty aggressive teeth on it, which really cuts into the earth pretty well. There's some add-ons because there is a bar on there for someone older to get in and a mirror for the backhoe. When you're driving this, you have to remember there's a backhoe on this, and you can, of course, wipe out anything behind you. Controls, pretty simple. You have your loader controls, throttle, ignition, hydrostatic drive. It has a turtle and a rabbit and some other levers. It is a diesel. It is right around 23 horsepower, I believe it was rated at. 22 or 23. The PTO is rated right around 19. Brake. And of course, you have your 540 PTO. We're in neutral because we're not using the backhoe. The backhoe does run off of the PTO shaft. As a lot of people say on subcompact tractors, the backhoe is a nice feature, but at the same time, it's really harsh on them. It's a lot of weight hanging off the back, but this is a 1,400 pound plus tractor to begin with. So it's got some decent weight. Let's see. Using this tractor, I'm really not a great backhoe operator. I need some more time on it. To me, though, it was a little lackluster. It needs a little more hydraulic power. I mean, this is a 2013 model, so I'm sure the newer ones probably have a little more guts. I believe they upped the horsepower on these. I'm not positive. I'm really not a Massey Furgeson person. Everyone around here, though, has a red machine, and it's not Case IH. It's usually a Massey. I'm a rarity. I have a John Deere lawn tractor, and I'm kind of a green person because I was from Illinois originally. So of course I have a green tractor. And I got the Ford 8N, which I really like. It has some issues on this. Rabbit gear on this road gear is pretty slow for the road. But it also has like nothing behind it. is purely made out for speed, and there's no torque, there's no nothing, which is understandable. Trust me, it's understandable. Your working gear, it's got some good power. It is a four-wheel drive tractor, so they all do bite in. It has an R4 tire, so it's aggressive, but not like agricultural aggressive. But the hydrostatic drive in reverse is kind of like chicken. It has no guts. It doesn't want to move in reverse very well. It's super slow, and it's kind of annoying. You're standing on the pedal and it hardly moves, and when you're moving dirt and you're making a new area for a driveway to lay some big rock, it just very well couldn't. Boy, that's horrible. It could use a little more get up and go in reverse. It doesn't have any. My JD 530 lawn tractor, same way. I mean, in reality, it's almost on the same platform, but this has a heavier chassis, and mine isn't a diesel, but they are the same horsepower rating. So my lawn tractor, of course, doesn't have the torque this thing does. This has a decent amount of torque. When I'm picking up mulch with this, I can get a full bucket and then some. But wet dirt and wet clay, I can't pick up the bucket. It's overloaded. It's just too heavy. I mean, it is clay. It is wet. I could say that is probably not a fair review of the sense of it's picking up power, but it just couldn't do it. So I usually had to back up a little bit, get rid of some of the dirt out of the bucket, then it would lift. It's kind of limited. It really is. And I'm sure all subcompacts are the same. It doesn't matter what brand. If you're in a Deere, a Massey, a Kubota, you know, all these other manufacturers, TYM, which makes multiple different tractors. They probably all fall in that same category. Sometimes they're just a little lackluster. It is a lawn tractor on steroids, is what it is. The 60-inch blade deck that goes on this, I've been told, makes the best lawn look ever. Like, it cuts immaculate. And the gentleman that owns this, he has multiples. He has multiple tractors to cut his grass, and when it comes down to it, the Massey cuts the grass the best. It has the best look. It's very well groomed, so that has something to say. I don't have the deck. I wish I had the deck, because I would actually test it out and see what's like, and see how it performs up to my lawn tractor. But this is here. So in closing, the GC1705 is a nice subcompact tractor. It's just a little lackluster in certain areas. It could use a little more guts on the backhoe, but let's be honest, the backhoe is not the main reason you buy one of these usually. It's usually run a couple of implements up the 3-point and the loader bucket. The loader bucket, I can tell you, is very handy. The teeth that are on it, I would do without. I would actually take the teeth off for the most of the work I did this week, because it was actually kind of improvising, or not improvising. It was messing up what I'm trying to do. The rocks didn't level out very well because they were kind of popping through it, where if the bucket was smooth, I could probably spread the rock a little bit easier. But digging, those teeth are amazing. It really cuts in well. It cut right through the clay, which if you're in Pennsylvania, you know there's a lot of clay, a lot of shale, a lot of rock, and it really helps. Other than that, I mean, would this be something I buy? No, it would not. Would I like something like this? Absolutely. I'd really like to have one. But today's prices and where they're at, you know, for brand new, you're talking $25,000 at least for this package. Buying used, I mean, some of the used ones in our area are going for the same price as new almost, only a few $1,000s off. So that's it for today's video. A little review of the Massey GC1705. I only had 2 days, so take it with a grain of salt. I mean, if I mess around with it, it'd probably get better and better for me, but the hydrostat on reverse, that there's no excuse. All right, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.